What a wacky night we have here this Monday night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Got off to a rough start. Week 13 at iRacing plagued a little bit of connection issues. Server got shut down. We had to recreate this stream, but we are back and we are ready to roll for the Tilted Kilt 100 at Phoenix International Raceway. Street stocks in action. That's right, folks. 100 laps of good old door-busted sheet metal grinding action coming at you. We're going to go live to the Star Spangled Banner when we come back. Get ready for some good grassroots racing here at Phoenix.
Are you ready? Showtime. One, two, 3, 4. More bang for your buck.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network this Monday night in our coverage of the Short Track National Showdown League in their Tilted Kilt 100 race here at Phoenix International Raceway. I'm Dustin Caldwell. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play action as these street stocks, 3,400 pounds, 375 horse, go barreling around this 1 mile track for 100 laps of good old grassroots steel grinding action. You're going to see some good hard racing here tonight, folks. And it looks like they are just about to finish up qualifying. We'll be moving down to the grid in just a few moments. Once they do, we'll be able to get down there and get you that action. Speaking of that, it looks like qualifying has come to a close, and the drivers are now going to start to make their way from the pits out up to the track onto the grid. If you've been tuning in the past couple Mondays, it's been some great race action. We are actually at a bigger part than we have been, or a bigger track than we have been in the past. A lot of the tracks that we've been in are just under a half mile. Tonight, we're at the big track. 1 mile and less is what they deem to be a short track, folks. So this fits right in well with this series. Drivers are ready to go racing here tonight. Again, we were plagued by a little bit of issues with the iRacing servers, but we are back in action. Let's go down to the grid and check out the drivers here tonight. On the pole, the Northwest driver, the number 44 car, that is Charles Lahr. He had the fast qualifying time. He'll be starting in the number 1 slot. To the outside, that number 7 car. Outside of that first row, as we move there, that is Jared Duda, the Midwestern driver, will be starting to the outside of that first row. That number 57 fastman here tonight, Mr. Smiley, the Canadian driver in that 57 car, Gary Triska, We'll have that 84 car to his outside in fourth position. That is Kalen Moeller, the Texas driver, starts fourth in that Mother Snap-on Chevrolet. Number 36 car here tonight will be starting out in your top 5. That is the New Jersey man himself, Mr. TJ Graves, in that 36 Chevrolet. To the outside of him in sixth position here tonight is that Rust Easy, another Smiley Cars tribute in sixth. It is the Canadian driver, Jason Anderson. And looking back into seventh position here tonight, the number 41 of Ryan Nichols, a New York driver in that old Net Zero Chevrolet, will be starting seventh. To the outside of him in eighth position is the 05 of Charlie Melvin, the Mid-South driver. And a nice looking skull paint scheme on that 05 car will start eighth. That 55 car will be in ninth position, rolling off the grid. The pace car starting to lead him around. That Pennsylvania driver, Brandon Kaufman, will be starting ninth. And as they start to make their way around, see if our 10th place driver is just moving really slow back there. But again, folks, tonight it's the Tilted Killed 100 Street Stocks with the Short Track National Showdown. Ready to go racing here tonight for 100 laps of Street Stock race action. That 44 of Lar will be taking us to the pole. Let's go up to the camera and watch the action. Pace car down the backstretch towards turn number 3. Appreciate you tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network, folks. Find us on the web at forgebroadcasting.com. Pace car bringing them around into the pits and makes a deep dive. Charlie Lar up front. Green flag flies. We are off to the race for 100 laps here tonight. Some bumping and banging action through the fourth turn as they come down the front stretch into the first completed lap of tonight's race. Into lap number 2 they go. We've got our first caution flag out tonight. Looks like some people are having some problems in the back, and we've got a turtle. Look like that number 38 of Mark LaRoche. Let's go back and take a look at the replay on that action. As we get you down closer to the 38 Good Wrench car coming through turn number 4, there's going to be a big old pile up. Oh, look at that, the 25. Oh, and he's going to be turning. There goes LaRoche. Wow. That car comes to rest on its roof, unfortunately. Started 25th. He'll be looking at 25th. And speaking of 25, the 25 of Joshua Barrett coming out of turn number 4 was the root cause of that first caution. So as the pace car comes out, we are pacing here on lap number 3. Going to go ahead and show you some of the racetrack information from where we are at tonight. Folks, we are on a retro track. That means this is pre the 2012 construction that Phoenix did to enlarge their track a little bit, adding a dog leg section to it. So this is the old 1 mile track that they are running here tonight. Weather information on the screen down at the bottom, 65 degrees in the air, 0% humidity, some overcast, with a little bit warmer temperature down there on that pavement, 70 degrees. One can only imagine once that track gets rubbered up. We saw a lot of pushing out of turn number 4. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys handle these tires going forward. As they come across the start-finish line into lap number 4, let's take a look and see where your top 5 sit, folks. So it is Duda, Lar, Triska, Anderson, and Melvin are your top 5. So Jared Duda, the number 7 blue and black Chevrolet, making his way to turn number 3. Through the third and fourth turn, we'll look to catch that pace car. Meets it right there before the front stretch. And whoa, did he have to check up? So a little bit of issues there on the 7 car. Think he wanted to go down pit road and totally missed it. Actually is backing up on the track. No, not going to be able to get it, so he's actually going to fall back just a little bit. We'll have to see if they'll give him back his place. But for right now, looks like Duda is back to 12th position. Actually, he might be receiving an EOL penalty out of all this. Give a special shout out to Teddy Groh and Skip Lynn up there in the race control booth, trying to keep these drivers on par and in line here tonight, as we see the pace car bringing them around the back part of the track. The number 44, Charles Lahr, your pole sitter here tonight. Gary Triska already up into second position, so there's going to be a little bit of reshuffling in the lineup. Once they get across that start-finish line, the lights should be coming off that pace car. We will get that top 5 back for you. Passing the Sunoco fuel sign as they make their way down the front stretch towards lap number 6. You can see those Rust-Easy's Cars movie, Lightning McQueen cars on the 57 of Gary Triska in the number 10 car. That is Jason Anderson. Rust-Easy, or Rust-Ease or Rust-Easy on that. Top 5 on the bottom left of your screen. Charles Lahr, Gary Triska. That is Jason Anderson. Charlie Melvin. And it looks like we got a newcomer up into the top 5. That is the 96 of Ricky LeDuc. Through the second turn into the backstretch they go here tonight. It'll be lap number 7 when that pace car is into the pits and we get that green flag. Back to the good old race action. We've already seen some bumping and bruising, but it's going to get good, folks. Up front, the 44 of Charles Lahr, the 57 of Gary Triska. Lahr to set the pace. Pace car into the pits. Down the front stretch they come.
Green flag.
Green flag flies. We are back to the race on lap number 7. What a battle we have got up front. The 44 of Lahr to the inside of the 57 of Triska. Triska is going to cross that start-finish line first. And we've got another caution back out of turn number 4. Oh, and around goes the number 7 of Jared Duda. So as we see the cars passing that number 7, let's go back and take a look at the replay on the 7 of Duda. So as we slow, there he is into the wall, just bumping and banging. Wow, do we have some cars go flying. As we search the field, trying to grab the action. Seeing some of these other drivers, my goodness. And around will go Duda right here. So if we go back, let's take a look on board with the 7 of Duda and see if we can capture what caused this caution. Gives you a nice perspective of what the field looks like. How narrow this track is. There's the contact, and you see some debris coming off the cars ahead of him. So we're going to slow it down. So that's the 420 car. Take a look at that action as Duda passes by him. 420 car of Josh Krosky. Northwest driver here tonight, started 12th. Got caught up in a little bit of front stretch action. And that brings out caution flag number 2. So as they try to work a little bit of those start race nerves out, was originally set to go racing about 45 minutes earlier. iRacing had a little bit of issues with their servers. Unfortunately, couldn't get a server back up quick enough. A lot of these drivers had their mindset ready to go racing, and unfortunately, when you put a little delay behind it, they get antsy. And in these first few laps, it shows. Just a beautiful scenery back behind this track. If you are interested in seeing what these guys have got, they got a lot of things they're working up in these series. They have a street stocks. They will be having something coming up tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and possibly even Thursday. Some trucks, some modifieds, late models, you name it. They got a lot of things coming up. Check them out on the web at shorttracknationalshowdown.com. Give a big shout out to Jeff Wood out there tuning in YouTube here tonight. Appreciate you tuning in there, Jeff, to catch this race action. Lights are off that Mustang iRacing pace car. We're going to go back green on lap number 13. Gary Triska this time with the pace. Charlie Melvin, the 05 to the outside. It's going to be the 10 of Jason Anderson and Ryan Nichols rounding out your front 4. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Pace car past the Sunoco fuel sign, ready to go into the pits. There it goes. Triska to set the pace.
Green flag.
Flagman gives the signal. We are back green here at Phoenix. As they come out of the 4th turn, let's see if we get a clean lap this time. Everybody's racing hard. The 05 of Melvin looking to the inside, and the 57 of Triska into the 1st turn they go. He's going to push a little bit. Nice side-by-side race action, some bumping and banging, and the 43 is going to go around. That is Dylan Warner. He'll get a quick tow back to the pits. He'll be sitting down there for a few minutes. Warner, nice side-by-side race action, though, as we pick it up with Nichols, the 41 Net Zero machine. Down the front stretch behind him's got a little side-by-side battle, the 96 of LeDuc and the 14 of Bruton. Bruton, the 14 machine to the inside of LeDuc. And now the 22 of Henson looks to pass Kaufman as they come through the 2nd turn. A little bit of berm action, a rumble strip action. Use that big yellow rumble strip you see there to the inside when they get back around. It looks like Bruton's going to pass Nichols. And now gets in front, so he'll take over 7th position. Here comes the 11 of LaFoe. Dan LaFoe, our charger last week. And as we take a look, some of the drivers. Looked like it may have been Mark LaRoche again. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. following that 38 Goodwrench machine. He's going to get turned by the 36 of TJ Graves. Just enough. TJ pushed high enough into the back quarter panel of that 38 of LaRoche. And LaRoche is going to go spinning. Look at him race down to the inside wall. No safer barriers. Oh, and the 36 of Graves is going to get crunched hard between him, the wall, and LaRoche. LaRoche actually is going to come out of this a little bit cleaner up until the point of right about here when Graves makes a side little bump. So it looks like the 38 Goodwrench of Mark LaRoche will have some left quarter panel damage he'll have to overcome in the later part of this race. Just 17 laps completed. Still running that torn sheet metal on that car. Take a look at that. Your current leader tonight, total 11 laps led out of the 18 completed. We'll have 12 this time by Gary Triska, the Canadian driver. Fast lap time here tonight on the track. 32.31, right behind him, the 05 of Charlie Melvin. There's that rumble strip we talk about. 43 finally rejoins the field. That is Dylan Warner. As we saw him come out of turn number 2, he spun hard, went down into the infield, and had to get a tow. We'll go to the front by the pace car. I believe they're going to give him a wave around, or is he looking to get back down pit road? No, they're going to give him a wave around. So he'll gain a lap back. Some good battle going on around the top 5 here tonight, folks. I tell you what, these guys are banging and busting each other up. If you're not out in front of it, you're going to get caught up in it. And it becomes a shoulder-to-shoulder battle to get your way towards that front. And this guy right here, the 57 of Triska, has done it. Although he is not out of the clearing yet. The 05 skull machine, as we're going to call it. Like a rainbow or abstract skull car. Really nice paint job on that, by the way. The 05 of Charlie Melvin, really looking to stick it to him. Not sure if Jason Anderson is a teammate, but he is running pretty much the same paint scheme. And right behind him, this guy right here, the 22 machine, keep an eye out for Kyle Hansen. Started 11th here tonight, and within the first 20 laps of the race, he is up not only into the top 10, but in the top 5s, currently sitting in 4th position. So the lights have come off that pace car. We're going to be set to go green on lap number 21. Some good things coming up this week in the Digital Forge lineup. Tomorrow night, the Anarchy Motorsports Series is back in action with their Wounded Warrior Cup Project Series. Chase round number 2 at Iowa Speedway. Wednesday night, back up on iRacing Live at Lanier with the Modified Madness Tour. And folks, Thursday night's going to be a treat. We're going to be road racing it with the Formula Renault 2.0 cars at Silverstone. And Friday night, get your hats on and your favorite pair of shorts. We're going to Talladega for the big one with the Interleague Championship Racing Series. They'll have the Gen 6 cars there. Pace car into the pits.
Green flag.
Triska to set the pace. Here we go. Single file restart. Saving on those cautions, and there goes the 57 into turn number 1. Second, third, and fourth on your screen. The 22 on the move. Here comes Kyle Hansen. As customary of most short tracks, on the third restart, they go to a single file restart. And Hansen already to the bumper of the 10 of Anderson. Right behind Hansen, though, the battle between Nichols and Bruton. Bruton down to the inside. We'll have the 41 pass him. Unfortunately, that was the 41 to the inside, Ryan Nichols. Bruton to the outside, working that middle groove. It's a little bit of give and take here coming out of the second turn towards turn number 3. Across the rumble strip goes that 41 of Nichols. Side-by-side race action, the 11 of LaFoe now. Looking to break the top 5 for the first time here tonight, and LeDuc. LaFoe and LeDuc. Can we get any more Frenchmen? And there goes Anderson into the wall. Oh, it's a big pile up. ARCA brakes in full force down the front stretch, folks. Wow. So let's go back and follow the 10 of Jason Anderson in that Rusty's Chevrolet. Just looked like he may have gotten loose coming out of the 4th turn. Battling with Hansen. Hansen is going to turn him. So Hansen not letting off that gas in time will get into the back of the 10 of Anderson. Anderson is going to go around. Take a look at that. Head-on collision with the wall will get spun around. Hansen's going to follow up, and looks like the 14 may squeak by. So Bruton and Nichols squeak by. The 96 there, that is LeDuc. Believe that's a 34 getting by as well. So as these guys are sitting down here, take a look at this. Nowhere for these guys to go, and wow. That number 3 car of Colton, I'm going to say Duado, will start it up, and here comes the 420 of Josh Krosky, or excuse me, the 489. Get my numbering right here. The 489 of Chris Bright will smack that 10 of Anderson pretty hard, and he's going to go for a nice roll. That's insult to injury right there, and take a look at that action as he comes finally resting back on his tires. He's definitely going to need some major repairs here when it's all said and done. So with the lineup shuffled, looks like the 55 of Brandon Kaufman is going to go up to the front. Noah Brady will be back in second. Steven Spalding, the 48 car, to third. And Ken Bellinger will go to fourth. And the 22 of Hansen will round out your top 5. Currently sitting in 6th position is Dan LaFoe. We're going to see if we can get a driver interview with this guy. He's been making his way around the track. Started 23rd, hard charged his way in the first 26 laps. Currently sitting in 6th position, Dan LaFoe. This is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there?
I got a copy, Dustin. How are you?
Oh, it's amazing to watch this action going on down there. You look like you're surviving the Roman amphitheater down there. Tell us a little bit about what you're seeing out there.
Well, so far there's a lot of wrecks that don't need to happen. Just everybody's in a rush to get to the front. It's a long race. We just need some patience in here. But other than that, I think we're doing all right. We started 23rd, so.
All right. Well, the lights have come off the pace car. Any shout out you want to give before we let you go?
I didn't hear you again. Copy?
Is there any shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to GTR Simulators for sponsoring me.
All right. Well, best of luck to you in the laps to come there, Dan.
Thank you.
On board with the number 11 of Dan LaFoe, the New England driver. Again, folks, started 23rd. And look at that. He's up into the top 5. So it will be the 55 of Kaufman to set the pace when that pace car hits the pits. We'll be back green on lap number 28. Pace car into the pits. Kaufman, Brady up front.
Green flag.
The green flag flies. We are back to the race on lap number 28. And some connection issues taking place. Oh, these cars are everywhere. Oh my goodness. Can only imagine this is some of the iRacing server issues that we have been experiencing here tonight. Looks like things are going to settle back down. Noah Brady, the 51 car, currently running up front. The 57 of Triska. Looks like Triska just currently a lap down or so in the lucky dog position. So as they cross the start-finish line into lap number 30, top 5 as it stands: Brady, Bruton, Melvin, Spalding, and Hansen. And here comes Bruton. Gillis Bruton, the number 14 car.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And I think this is going to be a competition caution. Don't think there's actually, or do we have it? The number 7 of Duda. Looks like he's going to cause another caution here tonight. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. As we take a look at the replay on the number 7, he's going to get loose, and he saves it there as he works his way through the second turn. Just nowhere to go. Hansen's going to go to the high side, and it looks like Jared Duda will get spun around into the backstretch. And that will bring out another caution. So a little bit has been happening here tonight. Let's take a look at your summary statistics. In the bottom left, 30 laps completed, 6 lead changes, 5 total cautions. Again, folks, these drivers are really antsy to get racing here tonight. As we see the Max Speed TV, good buddy over there, Rudy Cummings, give him a shout out. Check out the action that Max Speed TV has. He's currently running that paint scheme. That is Noah Brady. Got Pennsylvania driver here tonight, started 20th. And in the first 30 laps, or 20 laps or so, he worked his way up into the first position. Fast lap time here tonight, 32.59, total of 2 laps led now. We are going to look to take a short commercial break, folks. Some great racing taking place here tonight. Good old grassroots racing coming at you. When we come back, we'll have some more race action for you. This is the Tilted Killed 100 Street Stocks here on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Phoenix. As the pace car's lights are off, it's going to be lap number 35 when we get the green flag. Through the fourth turn it takes. I'm ready to go into the pits. There goes the pace car. Noah Brady to set the pace in that max speed
Green
TV
flag, green
51
flag.
car.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And
Caution
as
is
we
out.
were coming around the corner, the 22 of Kyle Hansen is going to bump the 05 car. As Charlie Melvin will go spinning around out of turn number 2. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. We watched this live, but we'll get you down closer to the action. Keep your eye on the 22 of Melvin. Through the turn, this guy's had a lead foot, does not check up, and right there, you're going to see that 05 of Charlie Melvin get spun around, not able to save it. And that's going to bring out the next caution of tonight. Let's go back and take a look on board with the 05. So here's the restart. Right behind the 51 of Noah Brady. Contact from Hansen, and around goes the 05. So it looks like the 05 will rejoin the field. Was up around third position. He'll fall back to 8th. So it looks like Gary Treska, the 57 car, has made his way back up into third position. Let's see if we can get a driver interview with this guy. As he makes his way around, that 57 Canadian driver, Gary Treska, in that Rusty's Cars movie Chevrolet, makes his way down the backstretch. I tell you what, Gary, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How's it going?
Going pretty good as we follow you around. You've had a very eventful night here in the first 38 laps of this race. Started third, currently worked your way back to where you started. You were battling for the race lead. I believe you had a total of 18 laps led as it shows on the screen. And you got knocked back a little bit and you're clawing your way back to the front. How's this car handling?
It's working pretty good once the tires get some heat in them, but we'll see if we got anything for the win tonight.
Tell us a little bit about, real quick, your sponsor, Rusty's.
It's a medicated bumper ointment. Everybody should have 'em.
There you go. So we can call you Lightning Gary. Is that what we're looking for, or is it Gary McQueen Triska?
Whichever you prefer.
All right. Is there any shout-outs you'd like to give while we got you on the line?
Well, shout out to Jason Anderson there, my teammate. He got wrecked early on in the race, so we'll see if he can get back up here.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, Gary, in the laps to come, bud.
Thank you.
So Gary Triska confirming an earlier suspicion that the number 10 car of Jason Anderson actually is his teammate. See if we can... Not sure if we can get Jason Anderson. Let's see if we can get him on the line. Maybe we can get the number 10 of Jason Anderson on the line. Jason Anderson, this is Dustin Caldwell. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, we just talked to your teammate, Gary Triska, up around third position. You're currently running 19th position. You started 6th here tonight, got involved in a major accident right about where you're at right now on the track. What can we expect from this 10 car going forward?
I don't know. We're going to have to get a few wave rounds here.
All right, is there any shout-out you want to give real quick?
I'm just hoping my teammate can get up there and get the win again tonight.
All right, well, best of luck to you in the laps to come there, Jason.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, not much for words. They just want to race here tonight, folks. That's the number 10 of Jason Anderson. Teammate Gary Triska, the 57 car up there in the outside of that second row. Third position going back to the green on lap number 41. As the pace car takes them into turn number 4, it is going to be Bruton and looks like Lange,
Green flag, green
Lang
flag.
maybe, if I can get my terminology right. The green flag's back in the air, lap 41, and it looks like Gillis Bruton, the 14 car, into the first turn. And Ryan Lang right there behind him. That 31 car will try to get that rumble strip action. Triska back there in third. And somebody's going to get turned. Oh, it's a pile up right there to the entrance of turn number 4. And take a look at this. The 41 car of Nichols able to escape that madness. We're going to pick on the 36 of TJ Graves here as we go back and take a look at the carnage that unfolded at the entrance of turn number 4. So it looks like it's going to be a slight net code bump from the 49 of Chris Bright into the back of TJ Graves. Graves is going to go nearly sideways, tries to save it, and in doing so, the 43 car happens to impede his opportunity to save it, so Dylan Warner is going to cause that. And then take a look at this, the 489, the guy who started it all, he's going to go up right there and smack really hard into the wall, and that 3 car, they're keeping an eye on that 41 of Nichols down there, by the way, but the 3 car of Colton Duato is going to smash right into the side. The 489. And Chris Bright finds himself slightly turtled. He'll be able to make it back onto his tires, and TJ Graves not too happy with that, as you can see. It says, get off the track and out of my way. Taking that car from a Chevrolet Camaro to a modified slightly, pulling off the quarter panels and the front bumper. "43 laps in the books here tonight, folks, at Tilted Kilt 100 Street Stocks with the Short Track National Showdown League here on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we still got another half of this thing to go, and it's getting to be a brawl fest. You definitely want to tune in. We'll be back right after this. Lights are off that pace car yet again, folks. 44 laps completed. Lead changes and caution match in total in 7. It'll be lap number 46 when we get the green flag. Gillis Bruton to set the pace. There goes the pace car. Gillis Bruton.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag flies. We are back to the race on lap number 46. And as they come across the start-finish line, that number 14 of Gillis Bruton into turn number 1 has a 0.2 of a second race lead over the number 31 of Ryan Lang. But Lang is going to push through turn number 2. Here comes the 57 of Gary Triska, now working his way into second position into turn number 3. And Charlie Melvin back to the front. The 05 car in fourth position right behind Lang as they go through turn number 4. The 36 of TJ Graves battling side by side with the net zero machine of Ryan Nichols. Across the start-finish line they go. Nichols will have the 5th position into turn number 1. He's going to push high. Here comes the 36 of TJ Graves right back to door level with Nichols through turn number 2 and 3. They will still continue to work side by side, but we've got a battle between Triska and Bruton up at the race lead. Triska in the 57 to the high side, out of turn number 4, down the front stretch. And it looks like we've got a new race leader. Lead change number 8 coming at you here tonight on lap number 49 as Gary Triska once again takes over the race lead. He passes the 14 of Gillis Bruton. Charlie Melvin trying that inside into turn number 3. Trying to get around Ryan Lang. Will he do it in the 4th turn? Boy, is that 31 car really protecting that inside. TJ Graves still trying to get around Ryan Nichols. Out of turn number 4, it is Nichols and Graves. Boy, they are battling hard. I don't think you could fit a clothespin between the two of them. They were so close there coming out of 4. Melvin now looks to the inside of Lang, setting himself up for that 3rd turn. Will he be able to do it? He's working that inside right around the 31 into the 4th turn he goes. He is side by side, and Charlie Melvin, the 05, looks to move up into 3rd position. Will he do it out of turn number 4, driving the wheels off of it? That 31 of Lang hangs on to 3rd position and will be secured into the 1st turn right in front of the 05. And here comes the 41 of Nichols in that net zero machine out of turn number 2, right behind the 05 of Melvin. Past the rumble strips, down towards turn number 4. Nichols in front of Graves, currently running in the 5th position slot. 38 of LaRoche is back there in 7th. In the Lucky Dog slot. So currently have 6 cars on the lead lap. Triska now extends his lead to almost 0.7 of a second over Bruton as he uses that rumble strip. Getting a little sway action so he can dive it deep here in turn number 4. Bruton is going to work that lower line. A little looseness from the 14 car. He'll hang on to keep his position. Lang now back around Melvin. Little leapfrog action between these two drivers. They are really working at it with 48 to go, battling for 3rd position. Right behind him as well, Nichols and Graves. Graves, the black 36, to the inside of the 41 net zero machine. He's going to look to the inside of turn number 4. TJ Graves trying to get around Ryan Nichols. Hugs that yellow line through 4. Down the front stretch they come. Will not have enough momentum to pass him this time, so he will stay in his current 6th position, but looks again to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Will he have enough? He's getting up to the bumper. Oh, TJ Graves flirting with a possible chance at getting around the 41 of Nichols. Just doesn't have the speed to do it. Charlie Melvin, the 05 car right there behind Ryan Lang, out of turn number 4. And wow, did the 14 of Gillis Bruton get really loose. He's going to allow the 31 by the inside. So Bruton falls to 3rd position, but looks to reclaim back 2nd. Towards the 2nd and 3rd turn they go around the rumble strip. And we had a car disappear. Charlie Melvin taking a trip back to 1955. I should say 1975 with that, or 65-75 with that psychedelic paint scheme. Side-by-side battle, close enough for 2nd position as Gillis Bruton's holding on to it in that middle groove. But it looks like Ryan Lang's really working that inside. And boy, is he getting tight. Charlie Melvin had to check up, or it'd have been some bumper-to-bumper action. Lang using that rumble strip through 2, 3, into 4 they go. Side by side, Ryan Lang to the inside of Gillis Bruton. Bruton in that snap-on net zero machine. Down the front stretch they come. And amazingly, the 14 of Bruton still holds on to 2nd position. As his inverse guy behind him, the 41 of Nichols. Graves really nowhere to go. Sitting back there in 6th position as they come down the backstretch towards the 4th turn. Working their way around. Nice little pack battle. The 420 car of Josh Krosky. Now looking to the inside of TJ Graves. Not a position battle. Krosky currently in 10th position, about 7 laps down. Triska, one of the guys we had a chance to talk with during a caution, probably has a grin on his face as big as that front end of that car. With 43 laps to go, oh, he's going to tag the wall, but no harm, no foul. He's got a 3-second lead over the rest of the field. Really driving his car, even using some apron there. Out of turn number 4, we'll have to see how this pans out as the laps continue. Here is a nice packed battle across that start-finish line with 42 laps remaining. These guys are racing hard. Krosky to the inside of Nichols. Bruton still to the outside of Lang, holding on. Into 2nd position through turn number 4 they go. Charlie Melvin, the 05, to the outside of Krosky now. As they come down that front stretch, side by side, 6-pack battle. And it looks like Lang is going to work to the inside, and he will have enough to nose out Bruton, at least through the first couple turns, but they'll be back side by side yet again into that 3rd turn. Past that rumble strip, into the 4th turn they head. And Bruton has found his line here tonight. Looks like he is in cruise control mode. Really making Lang work that inside line, and it will work to Bruton's advantage later on when that grip gets off that 31's car. Melvin to the outside of Krosky, right behind that 14 car of Bruton as they go through turn number 3 into the 4th turn. Some connection issues with the 41 net zero machine of Ryan Nichols. Back there behind Charlie Melvin. TJ Graves to the inside of him. Oh, and there's a little bump from Melvin to Krosky. Krosky rejoins the field. Not losing much. And here comes a battle and a bang of a job from Melvin to the back of Lang, letting him know he's there. Lang trying to really hold on to it. Bruton still working that middle groove. Oh, and Krosky's going to get loose. Graves to the inside. Melvin avoids pit road. So Charlie Melvin falls back to 6th position. TJ Graves to 5th. Ryan Nichols goes up to 4th. And that loosens up that pack battle, except for these two guys right here, Gillis Bruton and Ryan Lang. Down towards turn number 3 comes that 14 car. Just edging out the 31 of Lang. Into the 4th turn they go. Lang pushing towards that middle groove, and down comes Bruton. Bruton out of turn number 4. Now can rest easy, taking confidence. He's got 2nd position. Throwing the block down low over the 31 of Ryan Lang into the first couple turns. 37 laps remaining here tonight, folks. And out by his lonesome, this guy right here, trying to pick up lap number 35. And I think he's in fuel conservation mode. 3.6 seconds. Let's see what he does when he gets in the first couple turns and if he shuts it off. So he is saving fuel. Gary Triska really wants to take away the victory, especially after the incidents he's endured here tonight, and as well as his teammate, the number 10 of Jason Anderson. 2nd position battle still continues between the 14 of Gillis Bruton and Ryan Lang in that 31 machine down low. Through the 4th turn they go, and Lang, will he have enough? Will nose out the 14 of Bruton and be scored in 2nd position with 35 laps remaining. Special shout out to Michelle Eisenhower out there, iRacing's #1 fan, joining us here in the YouTube chat tonight. Appreciate you tuning in to watch this race here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, Michelle. And Bruton's going to use a little bit of apron to take back 2nd position from Lang with 34 laps to go. The 14 car working that inside now. Leaves the 31 up high, and he's pushing. Here comes Ryan Nichols to the inside of Lang as they work their way down towards turn number 3. Nichols wants to use that rumble strip a little bit. TJ Graves now on the move. Has been pretty conservative these last 5 laps. Now looks to put some aggression towards the inside of Lang. Nichols out of 4, side by side. Between 2 cars, I should say. He's side by side now with Lang. Looking to the inside of Bruton. TJ Graves to the bumper of Ryan Nichols out of 2. Bruton working that 2nd position into turns 3 and 4. Now turn number 4. Bruton sitting solid in 2nd. The 31 of Lang to the outside of Nichols. TJ Graves back behind him. Josh Krosky, the 420 machine. Back behind Graves. And again, folks, Mark LaRoche, some of the other cars we haven't seen here. Mark LaRoche currently sitting in 6th position, right behind him. 05 of Charlie Melvin back in 7th. The 489 car involved in a couple of cautions here tonight. That is Chris Bright. Colton Duato. Throw that name up there. Duato. I'm going to call it Duato, and if I get it wrong, the Texas driver will surely correct me. Running that Oakley number 3 machine through the 3rd turn and now into the 4th turn. Just some damage on that. Gary Triska, the race leader's teammate, Jason Anderson tonight, had a fast lap time of 32.26, but got involved in the 3rd caution and got rolled down the front stretch. And unfortunately, sitting in 11th position, about 11 laps down. So Triska makes his way to pit road to get some fuel. He was saving it, finally gets to the point where he needs to get gas. And it's 30 laps to go. The 57 making the right call. Works his way down towards his pit box. As you see him there in the middle part of your screen. start to come off of pit road as Gillis Bruton working his way through turns 1 and 2. Ryan Lang, the 31, back behind him. Brian Nichols currently in third, TJ Graves fourth. Gary Triska falls to fifth after the pit stop, but he does have a leg up. Josh Krosky really working the inside of TJ Graves here. Little apron action. Will settle up behind the 36 of Graves. Bruton into turn number 1. Has a 0.4 of a second lead over the 31 of Lang. Lang trying to hold on to second as he has a couple guys behind him. Graves and Nichols behind him. TJ Graves to the inside of Ryan Nichols into the 4th turn. Trying to take over third position from the 41 Net Zero machine. Inside comes TJ Graves, a little bit loose, he'll not have it. So with 27 laps to go, your top 5 is as stands: Bruton, Lang, Nichols, Graves, and Triska. The question's going to be, will this 14 car have enough to make it to victory lane on that tank of fuel? Keep in mind the 57 of Triska had enough. He's slowing up here. Nope, he's not going to go into the pits just yet. Triska had a 3.5 second lead, folks, over the rest of the field, so he could get out there and shut the car off and save on fuel where these guys have been battling it out. So this is going to throw some drama into the action late into this race to see what's going to happen, who's going to make the next pit move. Lang looking low. Bruton, not this time. Graves and Nichols. Krosky to the inside of Nichols into turn number 1. Talk about a retro 70s, probably early to mid 80s paint scheme on that 420 machine. Really nice looking red stripe. Let's see what the 14 does here with 25 to go. Will he get down pit road? And he's going to go by this time again. So the question is, how much fuel do these guys have left on their car? Triska currently back in 5th position. Nichols loses up a position now to Graves. So Graves takes over 3rd position. And Lang and Bruton go by pit road. Krosky almost bump drafting TJ Graves down the front stretch. Graves breaks loose, goes to the inside. Here comes Krosky back to him. Nice work to check up and not make contact out of 2. 23 laps remain, folks. Into the 4th turn goes Ryan Lang to the inside of Gillis Bruton. If Ryan Lang wants to get into pit road, now would be the time to do it. And they will pass it up yet again. 22 laps remaining in the race here tonight. Again, folks, this is the Tilted Kilt 100 Street Stocks race at Phoenix International Raceway. Short Track National Showdown Racing League in action tonight. Coming up tomorrow night, the Anarchy Motorsports Series will be on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network with their Wounded Warrior Cup Project Series. Chase round number 2 at Iowa. Dalton Baldwin, the number 4 car, trying to hang on after a bad finish last week. He's got to bounce back from Michigan and go into Iowa with a lot of confidence. Ryan Lang, speaking of confidence, really to the inside of Gillis Bruton. Flirts with that rumble strip now towards the 3rd and 4th turn. Krosky waving around all that line. And they go by yet again, so 20 laps remaining. And I tell you what, Tick, 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 tick. Both through the time and the amount of fuel that these guys have left in this race. Oh, staggered three-step coming out of 2. Nice work from the 420 of Krosky to check up and not make contact with the 31 of Lang. Bruton now out to the lead. I think he wants to get into the pits. Lang behind him. He's slowing up. He's showing like he's going to go to the pits. And there goes the 14 of Gillis Bruton. Right behind him making the smart move, the 41 of Nichols. They'll come down for a splash and go with 19 laps remaining. 1 lap behind him will be the 31 of Ryan Lang. TJ Graves scored in second position back behind the 420 of Josh Krosky. Let's see what they do this time by. Here comes the 31 of Lang. Slowing up just a little bit, and he's looking to the inside. Not this time. TJ Graves staying out with him. So Bruton still down on pit road. Did he take tires? Nichols still down on pit road. Oh, this is interesting. Lang and Krosky. Krosky battling those almost if it's for position, but it's not. Krosky back in 7 laps down. Blocks Lang from possible pit entry there. So Lang will have to go around at least one more time. TJ Graves back there in second position. So Tresca, the last one on the lead lap, car number 57 in third position as Nichols and Melvin go a lap down. And Lang shows pit entry this time by TJ Graves. We'll go around one more time. So here comes Lang down to pit road. Come down for some possible. It's got to be a splash and go, folks, with 16 laps remaining tonight. TJ Graves through the third turn into turn number 4. Sounds like he's trying to save fuel, or he might be actually out of fuel. No, he's saving it. We'll continue on through the front stretch with 15 laps remaining. So now comes Lang off of pit road. Still scored in third position.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And wow, Charlie Melvin. I'm not sure what happened there with that car. Boy, is he stuck in that wall. Melvin drawing out a pivotal caution in tonight's race. Let's go back and take a look. Little contact with the wall there, and he's going to snap. And as he snaps, locks up the rear tires. Tries to spin them, and doing so, he's going to go right into the wall. And that wall's just going to eat him. I tell you what, that's perfect right there. Take a look at that. You've got a friend in that wall. That's a beautiful shot right there. That wall consuming the front end of the 05 of Charlie Melvin's car. Perfect right there by that slogan. I tell you, that is amazing. Just under 13 laps remaining here tonight. We take a look. 87 laps complete, 11 lead changes, 8 total cautions. It's going to get interesting at the end of this race. Folks, you definitely want to stay tuned, but we are going to take a short commercial break. We come back. This one's going to finish, and it's going to finish good. You want to stay tuned. Welcome back to Phoenix this Monday night. Lights coming off that pace car. 10 laps to go. TJ Graves up front. Gary Triska second. Ryan Nichols third. Ryan Lang fourth. Gillis Bruton rounding out your top 5. Bruton, unfortunately, with the gamble, is 1 lap still down to the lead lap. Anything is possible. He'll need to hang on for these final 10 laps. But it's going to heat up really quick. While we were at commercial break, drivers got down on pit road, taking some more fuel. It'll be 9 laps to go when we get the green flag. Pace car into the pits. Graves, Triska up front. The green flag flies, and there goes Graves. As they cross the start-finish line with 8 laps to go, Gary Triska is trying to apply some of that Rusty's bumper medicated ointment to the back of TJ Graves through turn number 2. He's got the pressure on him. Will he be able to hold on? Oh, he's flirting now with that quarter panel. Into the 4th turn they go, side by side, the 57 of Triska to the high side of the 36 of Graves. What a battle for the race lead out of turn number 4. It's going to be 7 to go. Nichols and Lang battling for 3rd. And Triska gets around TJ Graves. He'll take over the race lead with 7 laps to go. 36 having a little bit of connection issues there through turn number 3. What a sweetheart night it would be for the 57 of Triska. Picking up a victory last week, looking to duplicate a victory here tonight at Phoenix. Into turn number 1, TJ Graves trying to drive the wheels off of it, driving so hard, his connection can't even keep up. Out of turn number 2, down the backstretch, towards turn number 3, it's going to be 5 to go when they cross that start-finish line. Here comes Gary Triska. Rusty's motor bumper. Whoa, he's getting loose. He gets loose out of 4. Here comes TJ Graves now. 5 laps remain. If he can harness the power of Lightning McQueen and hang on. Oh, and we got a car into the wall. It's going to be the 420 of Josh Krosky. But he'll pick up and regain. Currently sitting in 8th position right behind the 14 of Gillis Bruton. And Triska with a little bit of apron action through turn number 4. And he's going to tag the wall a little bit. He's holding on to it, folks. Into turn number 1. We've got 4 laps to go. Gary Triska trying to hold off the eager, the hungry TJ Graves. Graves tonight taking a look at total laps led. Graves has 8 where Triska has 45. And wow, out of turn number 4, 3 laps to go. Here comes the 57 into turn number 1. Gary Triska driving it off, extending his race lead to about 0.4 of a second. TJ Graves, if he's got to go, he's got to go if he wants to challenge it. Put the pressure back on the 57. At one point, he had him driving on the apron. Through turn number 4 comes Triska. It's going to be 2 laps to go. Oh, TJ Graves, connection issues showing what could possibly be. It's going to be the white flag next time by for the 57 car. Back in third position is Ryan Lang. Graves driving wheelies on that connection now. Through turns 3 and 4, he's trying to hang on not only to his car, but his connection. Here comes Gary Triska to the white flag. One more lap to go, 1 mile for that Rusty's car into turn number 1. He's still got that 0.4 of a second race lead. Gary Triska through turns 1 and 2. He's hanging on. Oh, and there goes Graves. He gets loose to the inside wall. And Triska, clear sailing, can rest easy through turns 3 and 4. He will come to the checkered flag and take victory here at Phoenix for the Tilted Killed 100 here this evening. Gary Triska, your race winner. The battle for second position between Nichols and Long. Oh, who's going to have second position? Nichols. He's going to be out right in front of Lang, and he will take second. Lang into third. Although right there was Colton Duato, but Duato was back in 7th position. Giving a little bit of a dramatic finish for those two guys, so congratulations to the 41 of Nichols. Fortunately, TJ Graves had second position locked up. Will finish 4th due to his connection issues. What a finish to a spectacular night of racing, folks. Yeah, it was a little heavy on the cautions, but I'll tell you what, it was some great door busting and banging and bruising. There is your victor right there, Gary Triska, doing a burnout for you. Really working that tire. Congratulations there to the 57. So as we take a look through the field, go ahead and try to get an interview here. We're going to pull a guy in here. I know he finished 4th position here tonight, but it was a hard-fought battle in those closing laps. TJ Graves, are you there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tough break here tonight. You had some connection problems going into the last 10 laps of that race. Trying to hold on. You had the edge on Triska for a while. He was able to get around you. And unfortunately, you get loose coming out of turn number 2, which cost you second position. You end up finishing 4th. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, this race was interesting. We we came in here with a whole new package, completely changed the setup in the last 5 minutes of practice. I was just going to buy my time, got caught up in a bunch of people's messes, and knew we'd be there in the end. Didn't want that late caution because we were good on fuel by about 5 laps, and threw my whole game plan off, so I was just going to try and hold on for second, and got all I could out of it. I flashed out, and next thing I know, I was in the grass.
Well, unfortunately, you do finish 4th here tonight, but is there any shout-out you'd like to give?
Yeah, all my sponsors, Double Clutch, Short Track Racing Network, Central Jersey RV, Joe's Garage, all my sponsors that help me on iRacing. They know I try as hard as I can.
All right. Well, you really drove the wheels off of it here tonight, but TJ, we will look forward to seeing you next week, bud.
Yep, I will see you next week.
36 of TJ Graves coming in 4th position here tonight. Fortunately, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get an interview with Ryan Nichols, the 41 car. Very hard job to take over second position after TJ Graves. So we are going to go to your race winner here tonight. The 57 of Gary Triska battled it out with 10 laps to go. Gary, you had to work your way around, get around TJ Graves. He had some connection problems there, not making it too easy, but you're able to do it. And when you done it, you got out and we talked about on the air, seeing you going on the apron through turn number 4. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, it was pushing a little bit through 3 and 4 there, so I drove it in a little bit harder than I should have. So it stuck on the apron and kind of helped on exit, so that's where I put her.
Well, I tell you what, you must have gotten some of your product down there in pit road. When you got back out, you had a little bit of contact with some of these drivers. held it together and actually take victory 2 weeks in a row. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, this feels awesome. This short track national showdown league is pretty good. Good group of guys racing nice and clean. There's a couple of incidents out there, but that'll clean up eventually. So hopefully the league turns out good and we'll be good to go.
Is there any final shout-outs you'd like to give for your victory here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Digital Ford Broadcast for broadcasting the event and Short Track National Showdown for hosting it. And Skip and Ted, that'd be awesome.
Not even your sponsor on your car?
Rusty's Medicaid Bumper Ointment. Thank you.
Thank you much, Gary. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
All right, so Gary Tresca picking up the victory for his teammate Jason Anderson. Unfortunately, will finish here tonight in 9th position after the early on incidents. Final results at the bottom left of your screen. Out of 100 laps completed here tonight. 15 lead changes, 8 total cautions. You could say it was a caution-heavy night, but 100 laps and some street stocks with a total of 43 cars showing up to compete. It was a good night of racing. Final results on your screen. Gary Tresca, the 57 car, takes victory 2 weeks in a row. The 41 of Ryan Nichols hangs on as TJ Graves spins out. He'll take second. Ryan Lang in third. TJ Graves falls to fourth. Gillis Burt Rudin will round out your top 5. Mark LaRoche, Colton Duato, Josh Krosky, Jason Anderson, Charlie Melvin, unfortunately, will round out your top 10. Chris Bright, Dylan Warner, Noah Brady, Stephen Spalding, Kyle Hansen, Jared Duda, Brandon Kaufman, Dan LaFoe, Joshua Barrett, and Ken Bellinger will round out through 20. Daniel Alley, Ricky LeDuc, Kaylin Muller, Colton Selleck, Bruno Souza, Harrison Mills, and Charles Lawyer, pole setter tonight, will finish out the field. Coming up tomorrow night, again, folks, Anarchy Motorsports Wounded Warrior Cup Project Series is back in action with chase round number 2 at Iowa, coming off of a 2-mile track down to a 3/4-mile track. Anything is possible in those Gen 6 cars. You'll definitely want to tune in and catch that tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. But that's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. I'm Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Good night.
Get ready for some noise. Gentlemen, start your engines.
AMSLeague.com is the premier iRacing league for action-packed racing from green to checkered. Prepare yourself to start every week right with the AMSLeague.com Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series, Tuesday nights at 9:20 Eastern Time, right here exclusively on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. You will not find a better connected oval league and community in the iRacing service. AMSLeague.com provides the highest level of competitive racing while holding true to our Have Fun First motto. Prepare yourself for the best Tuesday night oval racing on Sim Racing Earth at AMSLeague.com. Also, check out our Monday Night Truck Series and Wednesday IndyCar Series. And remember, you can watch all of our Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series races live, right here on the Digital Forge Racing Network. AMSLeague.com.